Hi, Dr. Lisa Broyles here with Way to Health MD, and this is the second video about the MAOA gene in my genetics series. This gene is close to my heart as this is one that I have. Everyone has the MAOA gene. It's just it tends to either work fast or slow according to your genetic mutation, or what's called a SNP. So people with a slow MAOA are going to tend towards anxiety, irritability. They're very high energy and it's really hard for them to calm down. Guilty as charged, okay? It's hard to relax, and the reason for this is because our neurotransmitter levels are too high. Too much serotonin, dopamine, and norepinephrine circulating all the time because my enzyme works much slower. So it just takes more time for it to break down these neurotransmitters for me and people like me. So we tend to be very high energy, but also more anxious and prone to have more of a temper, okay? So what can you do about that? So one thing is what we eat. Similar to people that have the slow working enzyme, we also want to avoid carbohydrates and eat healthy, high protein meals. It's also important to avoid snacking. Try to stick to your 2 to 3 meals a day. Don't snack in between, as that will further slow down your MAOA enzyme production. Also start your day with a healthy protein, especially something like spinach and eggs. So you want to eat foods that are rich in B2, which is riboflavin. This B vitamin is critical to help the MAOA enzyme break down your neurotransmitters better. So you can actually increase the speed at which your body breaks down these neurotransmitters by eating foods that are rich in riboflavin, or taking a riboflavin supplement in a multi-B complex such as Be Healthy by Emerald, which I use a lot for my patients. I also have the right form of riboflavin in the multivitamin that I take every day, which I use the Designs for Health Women's Complete Multivitamin for women under age 50 with iron, for those over 50 without. So foods that are rich in riboflavin include liver, lamb, mushrooms, spinach, almonds, eggs, and wild salmon, which happens to be one of my favorite foods. So you should really include a lot of these in your diet to encourage your MAOA enzyme to break down those neurotransmitters easily. And then the other thing is stress reduction. All of us need less stress, but if you have less stress, then your body is going to better process your neurotransmitter levels and keep your mood more stable. I know in the last video I mentioned about the MAO inhibitor drugs that were produced in the 1950s as antidepressants. We call them atypicals. We don't use them because of their extreme possible side effects. So if you can imagine somebody that was on these medications, actually we were forcing them to become a slow MAOA type of personality, which is more anxious and more irritable. And yes, those people might have been less depressed, but on the flip side, they were more ragey and more anxious, more intense. So this is why trying to figure out what's behind the anxiety and depression is the smart way to go. Let's fix those neurotransmitters naturally, work on that stress and diet, exercise to help reduce those stress levels, and you can balance out your neurotransmitters naturally. I'd love to talk to you more if you have any questions about this personally. Again, I do use the nutrition genome test if you are interested in knowing about your levels of these enzymes. Thank you so much.